Hello, this is my Ignite presentation on my Student Wiki Fall Practicum revisions. Now, the assignment I decided to choose for my Fall Practicum was about Student Wikis enhancing collaboration. Um, this has been after taking the class, things have changed. So the Student Wikis themselves were my hope was that Student Wikis created by mythology characters. This is for Greek mythology lesson, could be used for Norse as well. So by creating these wikis as a classroom, students will be enhanced their collaboration, tested through classroom discussions. Now, the classroom discussions is just so they would be able to respond to one another during the actual work. They'd be able to contribute meaningful content to the conversation, and by working together on the wiki pages themselves. Now, I focused on a lot of things for Lit Review, actually expanded it quite a bit. Um, I found an article, Good, Bad, the Wiki, a lot of situated cognition for the main premise, but while doing the experiment, I found that there's also a high amount of social constructivism as they're working together. Now, the original research question was, does student created wiki increase student collaboration? This is not a fantastic research question. There's going to be a lot better. I'm going to revise it quite a bit. Um, the answer was generally yes, but dependent on a lot of things. So I changed to these three. What are the effects of student wiki on group collaboration among 9 to 12th grade special ed students? What is the relationship between the age of the student and effective participation in collaborative creative wiki measured by quality, design time spent, and classroom discussions? I found this because there was difference in ages. And finally, how does the student creative wikis affect happiness in the classroom? Which I was measuring engagement, but I could also look at happiness or enjoyment of a project more so than just if they were engaged. Things that could be unfun could also be they could be engaged with that as well. Now, high school mythology, I find this works great because of the multitude of different gods available and all the stories kind of combine one another. So you can take the wikis, you can collaborate them, you can add in Zeus did this or Poseidon did this, and they'll be able to take ownership of their characters. First thing I'm doing is I'm increasing my end value. I want more studies. I want more classes doing it. Small group sizes, especially my school, 4 to 6 kids in each size. I want to have more classes doing it with controls embedded within each classroom. I didn't really have a treatment group control. I just did an A/B method. Using random sampling, I want to be able to find a good test group and a control group, limiting as much variance as possible. That, for instance, the instructor would be a variable I want to make sure stays the same. Now, for data collection, there's ABBA up there. I want to do A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Small group might be best to do um, quick, quick reading on each one over multiple classrooms to really get to the understanding. I also want to make sure researchers does not the teacher does not know the desired outcome, avoiding the clever Hans effect here. Ideally, they should go in blind, not knowing what the intended result is, leading to them being unbiased. When I did the experiment the first time, I was trying to record observations while it was happening. This time, I would think I want to record the class and review it later. And when I review it, I had a creative rubric. Look for that information later. Furthermore, I asked them questions. I asked the students direct questions. The issue is I'm an embedded researcher in this regard, and they might feel biased talking to me. So this was an issue with the original thing. I could either get someone else to do it, or I could create an unbiased survey. As we took the class on surveys, letting them have an unbiased survey with good questions that don't lead them might be a better way to gauge their responses and encourage them to write things down, or have somebody ask them these questions. I also want more eyes results on the results in rubric, which means I want other teachers watching the recording and saying, well, okay, I think this kid got a 4 out of an exemplary result on this part of collaboration. Having not just one person do it, but having many do it might give me better information. I also want to reduce the data, both in quant and qualitative data. I kind of looked at just qualitative data, just like how they improved by using the data, but also the observations. I could have done a lot more coding of the data in my change. Now, what I think's going to happen is it seems like older students responded well to it. So I think that's the one I really want to focus in on is how the different ages respond to it. I think the older students can do better because they have more responsibility and will work harder at it and gain that information stronger. So that's on the age part. As for happiness, I do think it will give them anything they're able to take command of something. That's good. That's a fantastic aspect of education. And do you think they will contribute more to classroom discussions in that regard? Will this be better research? Well, I hope so. I hope these changes are going to lead to a more accurate, valid research proposal going forward in the future, and hopefully in the far future when I actually work on more research. Hopefully. All right. Well, thank you so much. My name is Michael Oldziej. This is for Dr. Young's class. Thank you again.